So, why did Doctor Strange cross the multiverse? I guess it was to get to the other side of madness. Welcome, America Chavez and Defender Strange rush to the Book of Vishanti in the Gap Junction, the area between universes, while seeking to avoid a ribboned creature. When Strange's attempts to restrain the creature fail, he decides to try and take Chavez's ability to move between dimensions, even though he knows that it will kill her. Strange is killed by the demon in the process, and Chavez accidentally opens a portal to Earth 616 out of terror, through which she and Strange's corpse fall. After waking up, Doctor Strange goes about his day after concluding that this experience was a nightmare. He gets dressed up to go to Christine Palmer's wedding, when he thinks back on their prior relationship, but Palmer claims that it would have ended anyhow. During the festivities, a shadowy presence starts terrorizing New York's streets. When forced to react, Strange identifies the object as Gargantos, a huge tentacled monster. Chavez is also there, and Strange saves her by recognizing her from his nightmare. When Wong from Kamartaj arrives on the scene, they gouge Gargantos' eye out to end its life. Chavez answers Strange and Wong's questions by saying that the demons were after her because of her abilities. She leads them to the alternate Strange's corpse as evidence for her claims, showing them how the nightmare he had actually gave him a glimpse into his parallel existence somewhere in the multiverse. After giving the corpse a closer look, Strange notices runes of witchcraft, which he later realizes were also on the tentacled creature. He approaches Wanda Maximoff at her farm to inquire about what she knows about the multiverse, even though he is aware that this is outside of his area of expertise. However, he quickly learns that the multiverse is a chaos magic creation of Maximoff herself. Maximoff reveals herself as the one who sent the demons after Chavez after obtaining the Darkhold and changing into the Scarlet Witch. Maximoff thought that once she had control of the multiverse, she would be able to reconnect with Billy and Tommy. She warns Strange that if Chavez is not turned over to her in Kamartaj by sunset, she would arrive as the Scarlet Witch. The Masters of the Mystic Arts fortify the region with a magic shield and numerous other defenses in anticipation of Maximoff's invasion while Chavez is at Kamartaj. Maximoff's telepathy, however, focuses on a single sorcerer and neutralizes his power, causing the shield to fall and allowing her to cut through Kamartaj's defenses. She is captured by Strange in the mirror dimension, but she is able to escape using mirrors, defeating his plan. In a tight spot, Chavez unintentionally activates a portal, allowing Strange and herself to escape across the multiverse. They arrive on Earth 838, a futuristic version of New York City, and head towards the New York Sanctum in pursuit of Strange's counterpart there. However, as that counterpart had already died fighting Thanos, Baron Mordo, this universe's Sorcerer Supreme, greets them instead. The two warn Mordo of the Scarlet Witch as he extends an invitation to them to join him for tea. They quickly pass out due to Mordo's poisoning of the tea, and when they awaken in a facility in another reality, they run upon Christine Palmer, a scientist who works there to assist in managing the multiverse. Mordo, Captain Peggy Carter, Blackguard Boltagon, Captain Maria Ramp, Reed Richards, and Charles Xavier are present for Strange's trial before the Illuminati. They assert that Doctor Strange still poses the biggest threat to the cosmos, having used the Darkhold to search for potential alternatives to defeating Thanos. On Titan, the Illuminati used the Book of Vishanti, which he discovered, to execute him. However, Strange admitted that he had brought about an incursion, an incident that destroys reality, and he agreed to be put to death in order to stop further harm. Maximoff deploys the Darkhold in the meanwhile so she can interact with her kids by dreamwalking into her Earth 838 counterpart in Westview. The Darkhold is eventually destroyed by Sarah Wolf, who then burns her alive as vengeance. She also makes death threats against other sorcerers if Wong does not divulge a different way to dreamwalk, which prompts him to admit that the book was a fake. He leads her to the building on Mount Wundagore where the first draft of the Darkhold was written. Maximoff raids the Illuminati headquarters in quest of Chavez, using the power of the castle to dreamwalk back into her Earth 838 self. However, Strange admitted that he had brought about an incursion, an incident that destroys reality, and he agreed to be put to death in order to stop further harm. Maximoff deploys the Darkhold in the meanwhile so she can interact with her kids by dreamwalking into her Earth 838 counterpart in Westview. The Darkhold is eventually destroyed by Sarah Wolf, who then burns her alive as vengeance. She also makes death threats against other sorcerers if Wong does not divulge a different way to dreamwalk, which prompts him to admit that the book was a fake. He leads her to the building on Mount Wundagore where the first draft of the Darkhold was written. Maximoff raids the Illuminati headquarters in quest of Chavez, using the power of the castle to dreamwalk back into her Earth 838 self. Carter, Black Bolt, Ramp, and Richards depart to reply, but Maximoff easily kills them. This prevents them from voting to execute Strange. Palmer was given enough time by the Illuminati to rescue Chavez, and the two made it into the sewers where they met Strange. As they enter the Gap Junction under Maximoff's continued pursuit, Strange obtains the Book of Vishanti. Maximoff, however, smashes it, seizes Chavez, and makes use of her to transport Palmer and Strange to another dimension. She abandons her alternate self, who has returned to her home in Westview, and takes Chavez back to Earth 616. Maximoff then gets ready for a ceremony to steal her abilities. In a different dimension, where an incursion is destroying it, Strange and Palmer arrive and proceed to the Sanctum of New York. They discover his evil double there, corrupted by his imitation of the Darkhold and endowed with a third eye as a result. When asked about the Darkhold, the evil counterpart advises against using it, but Strange fights to get the book since he thinks it's the only way to stop Maximoff. After the battle, Palmer grudgingly decides to help Strange kill his evil doppelganger as he dreamwalks in to defend Strange's corpse back on Earth 616. The Darkhold's demonic inhabitants seek to harm Strange as he makes his way to Mount Wundagore, but Palmer is able to defend him as he ties them up into a cloak. He fights Maximoff once more alongside Wong, but they are quickly defeated. Despite their defeat, Strange is able to motivate Chavez to hone her skills against Maximoff, leading to her utilizing them to return Maximoff to Earth 838. She confronts the mother there and tries to console her children, but they blatantly reject her. Maximoff breaks down in tears as a result of this, but her variation consoles her and frees her from the Darkhold's taint. Wong and Chavez return to Kamartaj as Maximoff sacrifices herself to destroy the castle and every duplicate of the Darkhold throughout the multiverse. Before they both return to their home worlds, Strange confesses to Palmer that even though he has always loved her, he has never been able to commit to a genuine relationship because of his insecurities. 838 Christie nudges him to face his fears. Kamartaj starts to rebuild as Chavez begins her study in the magical arts, and Strange returns to New York and fixes the watch Palmer's gave to him. Later, after going on a walk, his third eye opens, causing him to fall and scream in agony. In a scenario that takes place in the middle of the credits, Strange is approached by a sorceress who informs him that his actions have started an incursion, and they need to stop it. The two enter the dark dimension when she opens a portal there. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will take you on a journey through the unknown and unseen, but one thing is for sure, It will be an unforgettable experience. So don't miss it. And be sure to hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews and updates.